Finding your niche is important for your business and reaching your audience, and it's also important for your health goals. I'm going to tell you all about it today. Today's topic: niche down to slim down. Let's talk about what a niche is. First of all, niche, the second definition, I'll give you the first one a little bit later. This is a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. That's the Google definition. Let's talk about why it's important for your business and health goals. Welcome back. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. And I just heard an interview of one of my clients. He was on a business coaching program, and they were saying things like niche down to blow up. There's expressions niches in the riches or riches in the niches. Tons of things about focusing your audience, dialing down your message so a specific person can understand it and enter your business. And you guys can work together, team up, partner. So to give you an example of this and why it's really important, a lot of entrepreneurs, when they start out, freelancers, they are just like, I'll do whatever you want me to do as long as you're paying for it. And that is actually very counterproductive to your business. You want to get focused and dialed in. And my example for that to start you out is, imagine you want to go out to eat and you just start with that. Like, okay, what do you want to eat? And you have that back and forth conversation with somebody. Oh, I don't know. What do you feel like eating? Oh, what do you think? Very annoying, right? So if you're able to kind of limit that, whittle that down into something, a certain category, Italian food, Chinese food, anything like that, then you get more specific. That helps you get closer to a decision, which is what you're trying to do when you're solving people's problems, get them closer to a decision. Okay. So then you get into pizza, and you recognize that there's different kinds of pizza, different niches of pizza for, different occasions. They have different brand messages. So like, say you want pizza delivered versus you want a nice fancy restaurant with some sit down booths and cloth napkins versus you go into a place, you're like, give me a pizza now. And they give it to you as hot and ready. Or you can just go somewhere, get like a single slice of pizza on the go, right? These are all different niches of pizza. And they serve audiences differently according to the situation and their needs. Okay. And this is also just like your business, your unique perspective on what you do attracts your audience. That is a key. And that's something to think about. Fit for Freelance is another example of that. I do weight loss coaching technically in a more general sense, but you wouldn't be watching this if you're just looking for weight loss coach. You'd probably be looking for someone with their shirt off, doing some flexy, sexy stuff. I focus more on the mindset for entrepreneurs to reach your health and business goals. And so that is kind of more specific, guilt-free game plans that make health engaging for you. All right. So you don't have to do all or nothing diets. And so what I do is I connect with my audience a little bit more because I have specific things that relate health goals to your business goals. So real quick, here are 5 tips from entrepreneur.com to find your niche. And then you can kind of relate that to your health and your business goals. And some tips to start out if you really haven't picked your niche yet. Okay. 1, identify your interests and passions. That's going to set you up for success in the long term. If you do something you don't care about, it's going to be very challenging to sustain that. If something difficult comes up, you lose motivation, not fun. So make sure you're lined up with that. 2, identify problems you can solve. These are your strengths. These are solutions that you offer that make you different compared to other people in your market. And that's what 3 is. Research your competition. Find out what other people are doing. And that's not necessarily a bad thing if you already have people doing that same thing. You just want to make sure that you are fitting a space and you're able to communicate where you stand out in between others or probably above others in the category that you're trying to work in. 4, determine the profitability of your niche, and that is success and impact. So that is going to be like looking into what you can do that is going to give you a return, not just in terms of money, but also in terms of how you can affect others, change your lives, right? If you're doing the same thing everyone else is doing, then you're not generating value, and that's not going to be returned to you. So that's why people get lost if they don't have a niche that they picked out. And then the fifth example here is test your idea and see how it works for you. And then you can make adjustments with your brand message, your audience, how you're trying to connect with them, and all that. And this is kind of a mirror. So what I found is that your health goals mirror your business goals, and they're almost like twins or cousins or some kind of relationship, because as your health goes, you understand this process, you can apply it to your business. And that's what I do with Fit for Freelance. I connect your health and business principles. So when you get better at practicing, health habits, how to make those changes, how to set up a plan, how to stick to a plan, then you recognize that in your business. Or vice versa, if you're really good at that in business and you've kind of neglected that for your health, you'd be like, oh, I understand how this works when I'm, changing the world. So let me see how I can change my health so I have more energy, more focus, better productivity. Okay. And so that is something that is cool about the guilt-free game plan and process. I'll bring this up for you. This is what it looks like. We give you the vision, focus, and practice. And then what I'll do is I'll go back through and talk about how you select these things with your health goals, so it makes more sense in terms of finding your niche for your weight loss or your changes that you're trying to make in your health habits. Okay. So identifying your interests and passions, this is something we do kind of on the intro call. We find out what you're into, how you got to where you are today, the kind of people you work with in your business, and then we kind of shape up a picture for your health plan. And then in the first week, we actually go over a kind of a vision exercise, so you have a more clear picture of what you want the healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams to look like. And that's the vision for Fit for Freelance. 2, identify problems you can solve. So looking at what you're good at in terms of, going to the gym or playing sports or yoga or foods that you really love. Those kinds of things, those are going to be strengths that we can use in your plan to help you reach your goals. And we don't have to like take everything away. If you hate working out, I'm not going to make you go to the gym 3 times a day. That just doesn't make sense. So we want it to be realistic and sustainable for you. Research your competition, recognizing where you aren't best suited for some things, like an example I just gave about the gym, or doing something that you're not good at, or your schedule can also can be a competing interest. If you have, kids, or you're very busy, or you don't have a gym nearby, you don't have a gym membership, all those things can be considered competition. So we kind of go through this when we create your guilt-free game plan, so you understand where you're fitting in this market and you can pick a niche in terms of your health goals. Determine the profitability of your niche, success and impact. So we want to make sure that we are getting you the returns that you want in a realistic and sustainable way. So we're not just going with an all or nothing thing. We are going with something that matches your goals, that's very specific to you. Okay. And then test your ideas. This is a big part of the guilt-free framework and the game plan, is practicing and knowing that it might not be perfect at first time. Just like in business, the first time you pick a niche, it might be a little bit rocky as you refine that message. And that's the same thing when it comes to your health goals. When you first pick a plan, you want to kind of dial in and make little adjustments and adapt and execute in cycles, so you can sustain that and celebrate ongoing success and a process. And that's what you see on the right side there. So that is a quick overview of why picking your niche works in business, so you can grow your audience and connect, and it also works with your health goals. And that's something that my clients love. I'll put a link to the testimonials, I guess. And just on a call last week with a new client, he said it was really great that we were able to sit down and pick specific goals and objectives that work for me, and not just like generic stuff, go to the gym 3 times a week and do this workout kind of thing. And it's not like that. Everybody has a workout plan or an activity plan or goals that are specific to them. And we put those together so they work for you here. So it's not a cookie cutter workout template. That's something that makes Fit for Freelance different. It's a process of self-discovery. And I really want you to consider that when you're looking at these plans, because you're going to get stuck if you keep doing these all or nothing plans. If you like download something and you haven't talked to anyone, you haven't consulted, then it makes it a little bit more difficult to make sure that that's customized to you. And that makes it harder to engage with. And over time, you get tired of it. It doesn't fit. You're like, I don't know if this is really for me. And you quit. And then it's like a New Year's resolution all over again. No, don't do any of that. Think about the guilt-free game plan. And then the first definition I want to give you for niche, this is the first definition of Google: a comfortable or suitable position in life or employment. or in your health and business goals. So if you pick something that's custom to you or you build it yourself, that's created with vision and purpose, and suits your needs, and that's going to make all the difference in your sustainability and whether you're able to keep that. So if that sounds like something you're into, if you want to niche down in your business or you want to niche down to slim down with your health planning, then go ahead and subscribe and check out the links in the description. I've got some good stuff in there. And keep watching these videos. I'm going to try to find more business and health lessons and connections that I can make for you, so you have a more clear picture of what we're doing at Fit for Freelance, and making health work for you, letting your health support your life, so you can take confident ownership of your path to freedom and fitness. So that's all I've got for you today. Click like, subscribe. Appreciate you watching. And as always, keep practicing. Peace.